Good morning, boys and girls. This is Miss Bullock, and today we're going to be learning about some more endings that we can add to our words. Look over here down at the bottom of your screen, and you see the letters E and R. When those letters are together at the end of a word, those two letters say Look over here where you see EST. When these letters are at the end of a word, they say est. So ER says and EST says est. We're going to review some words, and I want you to think about the base or the root word. Remember, we said it could be called either. Now, that is the word without an ending. So I'm going to come down here. Maybe I have the word fast. It does not have an ending added to it. So fast is the root or the base word. When I add my ending ER, I get the word faster. If I were to add the ending EST, I get the word fastest. Now, my other word that I want you to remember down here in black is the word adjective. Now, we have learned in first grade that an adjective is a word that describes something. So we could say it's a describing word. Let's get some examples of some adjectives. Maybe I could describe the way something smells. Maybe it smells sweet. Something could also taste sweet. Maybe I could describe the way that something sounds. Maybe an object was very loud. Maybe I could describe the way that something looks. Maybe it is, small. That could be a size word, wouldn't it? Could describe the way that it looks. Now, so we have 3 different examples of adjectives. We have sweet, loud, and small. So those are all base words too. They don't have any endings added to them just yet. So when we are working with the endings ER and EST, we're going to be adding them to the end of an adjective. So an adjective is a word that describes the noun in our sentence. Moving to the next slide, it says when we compare 2 nouns together, we will use an adjective to show their comparison. We will add ER to the end of the adjective. So right here with my picture of my bunny and my picture of my puppy dog, I'm only comparing 2 things right now, aren't I? 1, 2. So I'm going to use the adjective quick. So I have quick plus the ending ER equals my new word quicker. So how could we use that word in a sentence? I could say, the rabbit is quicker than the dog. So I used my ending ER because I only compared 2 things. You will also notice that I did not have to do anything to the end of my word quick before adding my ending. I simply wrote my word quick plus the ending ER, quicker. My next base word is great. Well, I want to jump over here. I'm going to compare these 2 numbers. So I'm going to add my ending ER, and I get the word greater. 12 is greater than 9. So I added the ending ER to the end of my word great because I'm just comparing 2 numbers. My next example, I have the base word tall. Let's hop over and see. I have a picture of a tree and a picture of a little boy. Which do you think would be taller? If you said the tree, you were right. So we have the word tall plus the ending ER gives us the new word taller. The tree is taller than the boy. So I added ER to the end of my base word because I was only comparing two nouns, the tree and the boy. My next example is bright. Look at my picture. I have a picture of the sun and a picture of the light bulb. Which do you think would be brighter? You're right, the sun. So we just wrote our word bright. We didn't make any changes to it. We added our ending ER, and we have the new word brighter. The sun is brighter than the light bulb. Now I used ER at the end because I only compared two things, the sun and the light bulb. So ER helps us compare two nouns. When we compare more than two nouns, we add EST to the end of the adjective. Remember, the adjective is the describing word. So I'm going to be describing my objects. So let's look here. Same words that we used last time, quick, great, tall, and bright. But you'll notice this time I have three objects that I'm going to be looking at. So I might have to say, out of the rabbit, the dog, and the turtle, the rabbit is the quickest animal out of those three. So I didn't make any changes to my word quick, but I added my ending this time, EST, because I was comparing more than two things. The quickest. My next one, I have my describing word or my adjective great as my base word, plus my ending EST. I wonder what the greatest number is over here. Would it be 12, 9, or 5? If you said 12, you are correct. So 12 is the greatest number there. I had to use the ending EST because I compared more than two things. Next, I have my base word tall plus my ending EST. Let's look at these pictures. I have a tree, a little boy, and a little girl. Which do you think is the tallest? If you said the tree, you are right. Let's use it in a sentence. The tree is the tallest. You're right. Last one, we have bright plus EST equals the word brightest. I left my base word without any changes, and I just had to add the ending EST. I have a picture of a sun, light bulb, and some crayons. Which do you think would be the brightest? You said the sun, you are correct. The sun is the brightest. Very good job, boys and girls. So this has been a pretty easy lesson. We just looked at adding the endings ER and EST. ER, we add to the end of an adjective when we're describing or comparing two nouns. EST is added to the end of our adjective when we are describing or comparing, two or more than two. I could compare 3 things. I could compare 15 things. I could compare 1,000,000 things. As long as it's more than 2, I'm going to use the ending EST. Now you're going to get to practice on your own, and you're going to go and you're going to complete the next 2 pages on your Seesaw lesson. Remember, this first page is where I will add our video for you to click and hear your lesson. Here on this page it says, let's add ER to the end of these words. Write the new word in the box. So we have the words cold, short, slow, and high. So I'm going to pick my pencil. So So I'm going to write my word cold. I don't have to make any changes to this word, do I? I simply just write it, and then I'm going to add the ending ER. The ice cream is colder than the popsicle. I don't know. All right, let's go to the next one. Short. When we write our base word, we don't have to make any changes. And I'm going to make my new word by just adding the ending ER. Shorter. Then you're going to do it for slow and high. You will go to the next page. This page says let's add EST to the end of these words. Write the new word in the box. So we have the same words again to make it easy. We have cold, short, slow, and high. We know we don't need to make any changes to the end of these base words. I can simply write the word cold and then add my ending EST, coldest. Then I would do the same thing for short, to have shortest. I would do the same thing for slow, so I have slowest, and high for highest. When you have written all 8 words, you're going to click the check to send it to your teacher. Let us know if you have any questions.